With Howard v. Dixon.
Thank you very much, Ms. Howard, Mr. Dixon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me with your case. And I know that you all have been together for 10 years. You've been engaged for 1 year. You all have one child together, a little boy who's 5 years old. So there are a lot of stakes here because I know that there are also 2 daughters from prior relationships. So we're talking about a family here. Help me to understand, Ms. Howard, why are we in divorce court?
So, Your Honor, I'm here because I'm tired of being a single mom. I've been in a relationship for, like you said, over 10 years. And I think my fiancé is cheating. I think he's lying. You know, he doesn't really help out that much. There's just like a lot of concerns that I have here.
And after 10 years, basically you say enough is enough.
Yeah, so if he fails this test today, I'm done. I have to move on. I gotta do what's best for the family.
Okay. I hear that the jury is saying, okay, ma'am, we'll be with you. Now, let me come to you, Mr. Dixon. You heard what Ms. Howard says.
Yes.
What do you say?
I say 10 years and we need to keep going. I want to make things work for my family and I want to work on our communication and I'm willing to prove it by taking a lie detector test.
Well, I appreciate that. There you go. So we have 2 people who say they're willing to make it work, but a lot of it is going to depend on the truth that comes out here today. So why don't you take me back, Ms. Howard, to a time when, like I like to always say, when it was daisies and daffodils and everybody was running through the fields happy. How did you all meet?
So we actually used to work together. We worked at a call center. Rob was my supervisor at the time.
Y'all up here dating employees? What in the world?
We were dating, and into our beginning dates, I found out I was pregnant with my ex's child.
So you were not resolved with a previous relationship, or you thought you were resolved, and yet there was some, shall we say, residualness?
Yes. Yes, I thought I was resolved, and I told Rob, I said, if you don't want to date anymore, I'm pregnant, you know, whatever you want to do. And the next day I came to work and he said, do you want to go out for lunch? So he just kind of played it off and he's been there the whole time for our family and kids. He's such a good person. He has a car, a house. I'm thinking, okay, financially stable. I didn't see any red flags at all.
None whatsoever, especially since,
No.
you know, like your youngest daughter is 10 years old. So for all practical purposes, Mr. Dixon has been her dad. Am I right?
Correct. Yeah. And that just took a turn fast. Rob ended up losing his job.
I can understand that.
So that was rough on us. It really took a toll on our relationship.
Okay, now that is going to be hard. Okay.
And then I took responsibility to
How
pay the
long
bills.
ago was the layoff?
About 5 years ago.
And since then, have you had primary responsibility for the finances?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon, what, if anything, have you been able to contribute?
Yeah,
So, Your Honor, can I
Wait one
interrupt?
second. I do want Mr. Dixon to address what we're talking about.
Oh, I do a lot and I do put a lot of work in. Like, so as far as like, yeah, I do have a job, I do like gig work, but in the same sense, I'm pursuing my passion. So it takes a lot of effort to do that. So as far as like...
You pursuing your passion and as an entrepreneur, as an artist, what is it that you're pursuing?
Yeah, I do a lot of community work, so I pursue my passion working with creatives as far as coming together and making, giving opportunities for the community.
But I'd like to know that the lights are gonna be on in my crib. That's just me. Call me crazy. So if your gig work, if you can string together enough gig jobs to make sure that my lights are gonna be on, I got your back. I'm gonna be your hedge of protection.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm talking about.
That would be fine. She didn't always kick me out. You know, I know we live together, but I always have to go stay somewhere else, then I'm coming back. You know, just because I don't want to get issues. I do pay for stuff.
Your
Didn't
Honor,
mention
he
that.
didn't even stay at the hospital and sign the birth certificate.
Okay, right.
He dipped out.
See how
he
she
dipped
just
out
skipped
for
past that? See how
He
she
dipped
skipped
out
past
for that.
that?
He never even came back
So-
for that.
Skip past it. Everything she controls.
Your Honor,
everything.
he left
everything
after
she
I
wants.
had carried a
I can't
baby
even
for
talk.
9
See,
months.
that's
Wait
our
one second,
relationship.
One at a
Ms. Howard.
time,
Can't
please.
even
One
talk.
at a
Thank you.
time.
All right, Mr. Dixon, what don't you have a say in as it relates to your son?
I don't saying nothing. I have a saying making his name, even though I sent her a million names. The name that she wanted is the name that it became.
And that's why he left the hospital. He left me there by myself.
No,
all
that's
because
not why
he
I left
threw
the
a
hospital.
fit. He threw a fit about his name.
So I have to imagine that you all go into the hospital and somebody's coming with some paperwork that say, what's the child's name?
Mm-hmm.
Why is Mr. Dixon left out of the process of choosing the baby's name?
The issue is he wanted his name to be like Tut or King or like some crazy name. And so in that moment, I had to do what was best for my son. I don't want my son to grow up and not be able to get a job because somebody looks on the paper and says, oh, Tut's here for an interview. Like, I had to do what was best for our son.
Did your significant other, your partner, your fiance, sign the baby's birth certificate?
And he still hasn't. To this day, and my son's 5. Mm-hmm.
So, because...
He was probably out with some other girl cheating as usual.
But
I had my son. My son was born in November, okay? In December, and you know, we're
too busy with other women.
We're in arguments, we're in and out.
Clearly y'all are in arguments.
We're not doing good, but you know, we're trying to work through it. And like he said, he didn't have a car at the time. So instead of, you know, like he told me his mom was coming to pick up our son, like driving him to pick up our son.
What happened?
I found out it was some girl. So it took for me I finally got suspicious. So I said, okay, I'm gonna get ready. I'm getting ready. I put on some shoes. I was ready for when he was picking up his son because I was gonna walk down the street and find out who it was. And that's what I did. He came to get our son and there he goes again, walking down the street with him in the freezing cold December now. And guess who was driving? Some girl. And as soon as I ran down the street, she's pulling off. And he's like, oh, that's my mom. That was not your mom. So that's what I mean. And this is in
lying.
December. I had my son in November.
One
so he left
moment,
the hospital
Ms. Howard,
to be
Mr. Dixon.
a cheater.
She's lying, number one. Number one, this is one time, and it was Christmas. The fact of the matter is she wasn't coming because she wasn't coming to help pick up my son.
Why was the other woman dropping you off to pick up your child?
Because that's the only person who was there to do it. Because I wanted to take my son to go see my mother and my kid,
So
family.
did you say to Ms. Howard, that's your mom?
No.
And why did you have to have your friend park all the way down the street?
Because it was a girl, she was going to act like that.
At first, he said it was his mom, and he eventually told me it was a friend. And then come to find out, we're on good terms at this time. And he's like, oh, this girl's texting me talking about she's pregnant. Well, how is somebody that's your friend helping you get rides all of a sudden pregnant?
Oh,
I need a spin. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need this too.
That's a doozy.
This girl is crazy. And I'm going to tell you.
Everybody's crazy.
Excuse me, Ms. Howard, you spoke. I want to hear Mr. Dixon.
This is a true fact. This girl literally thought she was pregnant from me because of God. No, seriously, text message.
Excuse me, you mean Holy Mary, Mother of God type pregnant?
Holy Mary, Mother of God, yes.
So you're saying you never had an intimate sex encounter with this young lady?
No. She's still mad at me about it. But I ain't have no kid that
Your
you
Honor,
never did.
I wouldn't be mad at him. It wasn't a continuous problem. There is another girl that and this is after we got engaged.
Okay.
So my son's birthday, again, was in November. He turned 5.
Okay.
So my oldest daughter, she's 15 now, is taking pictures of our son and posting him on social media. Well, some girl messaged my daughter and said, oh, that's your brother? I was just with him earlier today. And my daughter was like, oh, wow.
Me with the jury, please. I would like to focus.
Yeah, my daughter was like, oh, wow, how do you know my brother? And she goes, well, his dad's dating my mom. Mm-hmm. Then I randomly get an email from this girl, and I'm like, how did she get my email? I brought it with me. I sent the evidence in so you guys can see it.
I'm going to look at this evidence. I don't hate you. I really don't. I'm just hurting real bad. But I'm going to go. You never liked, that's clear, and it's okay. But I don't hate you.
So I'm like, is this for me? Is this for him? How did she get my email?
That doesn't seem like that was directed at you.
Right.
It seems like it was directed.
So it was confusing.
I agree.
So I took it upon myself to send it. I found her on Facebook, and I sent it to her. I said, was this you? She responded, and I sent that in too, because...
I'd like to see Did you email this to me?
And I sent it.
No, I did not. Don't even know how that would happen.
So then she ended up asking if she could call me.